Okay, so I'm gonna talk about library in Logic. Some things might be obvious, but some things might not be obvious with VoiceOver. So I have this default patch loaded in Logic. Right. Then I'm gonna open the library by pressing Y.
Library group.
Go to library.
In library.
Interact with that. Go to library browser.
Force search library browser.
Interact with that.
Vintage Electric.
So now if I go up and down, I should be able to find a different category.
Bass.
So if I go to bass, go to right.
Fingerstyle bass.
And now my bass is loaded. But let's say if you like the keyboard sound, but you wanted to experiment with the different effects, because different patch has different effects loaded. So I'm gonna go back to the
bass, for piano,
original
studio synthesis, vintage electric piano. This item has bright suitcase, classic electric piano, classic suitcase, classic.
Oops. So that was an original sound. So instead of going back to bass, I'm gonna stop it, interact with the browser.
Out of library.
Then I'm gonna go to right and press on Tools pop-up button.
Tools pop-up button. Menu.
And
clear. Refresh library. Enable patch merging.
Then I'm gonna press enable.
Enable patch merging.
Patch merging.
Tools
so now left of the tools pop-up, you should have
patch merging.
Patch merging. Interact with that.
In patch merging.
In here, you have a different checkboxes. Depending on which one is checked, that's what's gonna replaced with. So for example, if I want to keep the instrument, I have to uncheck instrument. So let's see what checkboxes we have.
Merge following when loading patch. Sends, selected toggle button. Audio effects, selected toggle button. Instruments, selected toggle button.
So I'm gonna unselect that.
Deselect instruments, toggle button. MIDI effects, selected toggle button.
Yeah, that's the last one. So I'm gonna stop it with the
out of
patch merging, go back to the browser.
Library, browse.
Interact with that, and I'm gonna go to, let's say bass for fun.
This item has a held tag, fretless bass.
And here's a fretless. Kind of nice, right? Sound source is exactly the same, but I have different effects loaded. This library is pretty context sensitive, meaning depending what's selected, different things will show up. Let's say if you have audio tracks selected, then all the patches related to audio track will come up. And if you have aux track selected, then all the patches related to aux track will show up. But let's say if you have a favorite channel strip setting from audio track, but you want to apply that to here, this keyboard.
Out of library.
Let me
patch merging group.
I'm gonna close this patch merging. So I'm gonna
in patch merging.
Interact with that.
Close button.
Hit close.
Library. Search sound. Library.
So I'm gonna go back to the my original patch.
Or piano. Vintage electric piano. Bright MK2. This item has classic electric piano.
Alright, so I'm back. I'm gonna go to inspector.
Inspector group. In stereo classic electric piano.
Interact with that.
In classic electric piano pop-up button.
And first item is the preset. So I'm gonna press VoiceOver space on it, and you can see.
Menu. Next channel strip. Previous channel strip. Copy channel strip. Paste channel strip. Paste plugins only. Paste sends only. Reset channels. Save channels. Save as before. Delete channel strip. Legacy. Submenu.
There's legacy channel strip.
Legacy. GarageBand. Submenu. Logic. Submenu. O2 acoustic pianos. Submenu.
So if I choose any of those, it will load instrument as well. But that's not what we want. So I'm gonna escape out of here.
Classic electric piano.
But this time, instead of VoiceOver space on it, I'm gonna press Option click. So you can do different things with the mouse keys, with the flow mouse, with the trackpad. But I'm gonna just use my trackpad, so I'm gonna press hold down Option and press on the trackpad.
Menu.
Then bring up the menu. So if I go down, you'll see.
Next previous channel. Copy. Paste. Reset. Save channel. Save as. Delete channels. Audio. Submenu.
Audio.
Input. Submenu.
Input.
Aux. Submenu. Output. Submenu. Bus. Submenu. Master. Submenu.
Yeah. So you get to see all different types of channel strip setting.
Master.
So let's say if I want to go to audio.
Input. Audio. Submenu. Audio.
Go to
voice. Performance. Studio. Acoustic. Electric. Experimental. Submenu.
Okay. So let's go to texture.
Textures. Submenu. Texture. Quick wheeze. Distant. Quick wheeze. Shapeless fragments.
All right. Let's see what this one sounds like.
Press shapeless.
There you go. So now it was same sound, but I loaded a channel strip setting for audio track onto software instrument track. So also I talked about how library is context sensitive. So if I go to one of the effects here,
0 EQ, MIDI, piano group, Audio FX group, Audio FX space D group.
so now space the reverb is loaded in here. There's on the channel strip, there's indicator. There's no name for it. People just call it blue triangle. Depending on where blue triangle is located, it will show you different things on the library. Let's say if I wanted to have blue triangle to appear next to this space D designer. So in order to do that, you have to click left of the plugin. There are a number of things you can do. You can use flow mouse or mouse key again, or a trackpad, but I'm just gonna use flow mouse.
Mouse off. Mouse on. Left, left, left.
And click that, and now if I go to the library,
In library group. In search library browser. Large spaces. Medium spaces.
so now I have a different settings for that Space D plugin. So if you want to have the patches up here in the library, now you have to move the blue triangle next to the preset pop-up button that I clicked before. Another easy way to do that is just move away from the track and select the track again. So
Track 4, classic. Track 3, shapeless fragments group.
so if I just go to the library now,
Library. In search library. User patches. User base. Drum kit.
so now I have a regular patch browser here. All right, so hope this helps.